Welcome everybody to my shoutcast of one full game of Mario Party 2. Me and my sister decided that we should play a couple days ago, and I swear to God, this is like one of the most fucked up games I've ever had, minus the game that I played before on the first Mario Party, but I wasn't recording that. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you guys later. Welcome everybody to a 20-turn game of Mario Party 2 on the board Spaceland. Humans versus computers, who will dominate on top? So far with the introductory roll to decide the turns, it looks like the computer have a commanding lead as they are the first two to go, as everyone is awarded with 10 coins. So, without further ado, let us begin our game with Mario's first roll onto a red space. Not a good start for Mario and the computer crew, as Donkey Kong rolls an 8 and progresses beyond Mario on a happening space, which unfortunately now renders their progress useless. Good job, DK, good job. Now we have the first of the humans to start off with Luigi landing on the blue circle. Good job, 3 coins, putting him in the lead, tied with Donkey Kong, as Peach does the same with 3 spaces. Their progress is further than the other two, therefore they are in a commanding lead as the first minigame begins. Here we are at the warm-up period of the first minigame of the match. There is a lot riding on this game because it will determine the momentum of what is to come in the rest of the game. DK is solid as a rock right now. He understands this and he is ready just to kick ass. Here we are, people, the first minigame of the match, Bob-omb Barrage. Mario is sweating right now in his boat, separated from his teammate Donkey Kong, who is now recruited to help out the human opponents. Now Peach has a strategy of just flinging bombs everywhere, with DK's more conservative, patient, slow pace, as Luigi seems to be combining the two strategies together. What will happen? Peach just blowing up Mario. Clearly the flinging strategy is the one to go as she brings her team into victory. The match standings say it all. Humans with a commanding lead as Donkey Kong is carrying Mario into their second place losing position as Mario puts on his turn, hitting the happening space, now putting everybody back. Big pain in the ass. Everyone is not happy about the situation, especially the human opponents. Here we have Donkey Kong going for the second time, rolling a 4. He decides to not set the trap and lands on a blue circle, once again carrying Mario along. Here we have Luigi hitting a 5. He will set the trap, unknowingly not realizing what potential it might bring to the rest of the game, but he's willing to take that chance, and unfortunately he hits the red circle, losing 3 points. Teammate Peach not far behind, rolling a 5, cannot set out the police considering it has already been set, also landing on the red space. Is this a turnaround for the computers? We will see in our next minigame, which is a 2-on-2. A lot of pressure riding on the human opponents right now, considering speed hockey is not their game of choice. As we head in at the beginning, Peach goalie with Luigi on the offense. They seem to be taking a commanding lead, figuring out their shit, getting it straight, as the computers are baffled by their inept skill in sliding across the board. That shell is now moving at a very high velocity right now. It's anyone's game at this point. Not even the computers can comprehend what's going on. They're just they don't seem to have a strategy going on right now. They just seem to be incoordinated and just flying about the board, and obviously it has cost them another point. They know they got to get their shit straight right now, or else they will have to admit defeat and once again go down. First goal, the computers really needed that, and Peach's flub right there just completely turned this game around in the computer's favor. It is anybody's game at this point. The humans' commanding lead are now gone. With 7 seconds left on the clock, the best they can do at this point is just ask for a draw and just pretend this match never existed, which is what happens right now. It is a draw, no one wins any coins, and this is just a big disappointment for both sides. Very disappointing display of results as Mario begins his first roll on the second turn of the game, even commanding 10 spaces past that dreaded happening space that everybody seems to be landing on at this point. DK with his 3 spaces, putting both of the computer opponents ahead of the humans, closer to the star. Luigi is about to change that with his 3-space roll, unfortunately landing him on the happening space, pushing everybody's progress back. Now, with his purchase of the police, they are pushed further back the board than what normally is anticipated, putting them in another area of the board that does not have any more sort of, let's say, backtracking effects. Thus leading us into our next minigame of the match, Toad in a Box. Not quite a crowd favorite here, considering the amount of suspense involved in getting the Toad in the box. Progressing to the end of the game, both the humans seem to be on the ball right now, both hitting Toads on the first try. Luigi getting a slight lead over Peach right now as she is catching up. Donkey Kong is just not having a good day at this point, only now getting it to his second platform as Peach gains a commanding lead with 3 platforms. Stress levels are very high at this point, considering the blocks are turning at a much faster velocity as they were before. Peach is just crapping her pants right now, constantly getting piranha plants and Bowsers as Luigi takes the lead. She is not happy at this point, considering her commanding lead before. She really needs to step it up at this point, as Luigi hits the final Toad, taking away the game. Peach is not happy at this point. Neither are the computer opponents, who, personally, I find they were not doing anything interesting that match at all. A new turn unfolds with Mario advancing 2 spaces, still in last place with 16 coins. He really needs to make some ground right now in order to help his teammate Donkey Kong, who now has a fairly slight lead over Luigi right now, 32 coins, as Luigi lands on the blue space and is not able to take over the lead from Donkey Kong with 31 coins. Peach is now at the crossroads in the middle of the map, unsure of where to go. Suspense levels are very high, considering her poor performance in last minigame of Toad in a Box. Now she's using her map to check out where she needs to be going next. Looks like down seems to be the best place to go, considering if she does take a left turn, she will pass ahead of the star. This lands her on a blue space, dangerously close to a Bowser space. Now, leaving the middle for pass rounds until whatever event will happen next, leading us to a 4-player game, considering everyone lands on blue spaces. Next minigame on the chopping block is Totem Pole Pound, a personal favorite of player 1 of the human team, considering he is, to this day, an undefeated champion. DK and Mario are not happy campers right now, and Peach, well, Peach is a useless slut. Let's just face it, no one likes Peach. And the starting bell rings as Luigi gets down and dirty right to business. Donkey Kong with a very slow start here, not quite knowing what he's up against. Mario is just taking his time, slowly bringing the totem pole down. Unfortunately, this is not the strategy he wants, because Luigi has already won the game right under their nose. The standings say it all. Luigi now takes a commanding lead over Donkey Kong by approximately 10 coins, as Mario starts off the turn by lowering the count in the middle of the board to whatever event will happen, landing on a blue space very, very close to a happening space, pushing him back to the start of the board once again. Donkey Kong with his 7 spaces, putting the counter back down by 1 right on the other side of that happening space. The computer opponents just wipe the sweat off their brow now because they have escaped, unless Luigi, after he checks the map, decides what he is going to do about it. He could easily land on that happening space and then push everybody back to the start, including himself, putting Peach in a very advantageous position. That is not the case, as he lands on the same space as Donkey Kong. Very, very, very stressful point in the game right now, as the happening space just seems to be surrounding everybody at this point. The next minigame goes from momentum to hand-eye coordination. Very, very tough one for the contestants displayed, as they must run away from the bombs as they're being bombarded on that small island without falling off. So tensions are definitely high at this point, considering this is a very tricky one, as Donkey Kong already takes the plunge. That is unfortunate, considering he really needs that victory. Peach, once again, being useless, just falling off the map right away. This is a battle of the ages right now. Two Mario brothers duking it out. One human, one computer. Unfortunately, Mario takes a nosedive into the water, giving Luigi the victory and the 10-coin command. Unfortunately for today, our time here is up. I hope to see you next time, and have yourself a very good night.